preloading explained. Now, putting preloading into simple form and how to apply it in your off-road riding, very, very important. In this segment, Brian's going to show us preloading standing. We've done it on seat bouncing, which is a similar thing, but now you'll see it in standing. This actually helps you a hang of a lot. Try and grasp onto it in both areas, and you will learn such a lot from it, and it'll help you in every aspect of riding. Right, we're going to talk about the preload standing jump. We have mentioned quite a few times on sitting and preloading and jumping over an obstacle. Now we're going to talk about standing preload jump over logs, which is quite a dangerous maneuver. This I personally think is quite a dangerous maneuver. Brian's going to go through it step for step on how he does it. Please note, guys, don't do it on such far apart logs in the beginning, because this is quite a serious maneuver. Brian, can you go through it with us? Tell us what you do and what's the use of the preload standing jump.
Yeah, you know, obviously if you've got a situation like we have here where you don't have quite as much run up as you would have liked, you need to use the bike's suspension again to propel you further or higher. So, as always, I always prefer to stand coming into a jump. And, on this situation over here, the first two logs are a little bit difficult to double, but certainly for the second two, and again, this is number one, an energy saver, and number two, a lot faster. So, the biggest thing is that you want to preload the suspension, because if you had to hit this normally, just try and jump it normally, there's no way you're going to clear the jump. You're going to go straight over the handlebars and break an arm or something. So you want to really be cautious in terms of the distance that you start with, as you mentioned. But what you want to do in a situation like this, where you can see you're not going to get the height and the distance, is you actually want to come in, and as you really hit the gas hard, you want to preload the suspension. So you want to bend your knees, hit the obstacle, preload the back and front forks. So you want to preload the front suspension and the rear shock as much as possible as you hit the gas. And again, it's a timing thing. So as you hit the actual obstacle, either the log or the face of the jump, you want to preload the suspension, hit the gas really hard. And I haven't mentioned this often enough, but you want to look through the obstacle. In other words, look to the other side of it, because if you look just at the obstacle, you're going to hit it. So
good point.
That's a big thing that people make a lot of mistakes with, is they look at the obstacle, they go, I'm going to hit it, and what do? They hit it. So look further than the obstacle.
That's actually quite a prevalent point, to look ahead of the obstacle. I didn't actually think about that. Now, this one we're going to try now. Just to reiterate, we wouldn't want the guys at home to try it in such a big one straight away. No. Because as Brian said, if you case that log and go over, you can actually hurt yourself. So first try it, perhaps not on two logs, but on maybe a mound or a mini tabletop almost. Is that correct?
Yeah.
But if you can go through it, perhaps show us in the beginning, riding it. And once again, there we go. Efficiency. The time saved and the efficiency by doing it. Now the preload will give you such an advantage over the competition. Brian is showing us over here what I would normally do, and I suppose what the average guy would do. It is taking time, and it really doesn't look too good. But in riding it, we all really do that specific maneuver. Now if you look at this, that looks good. And it really, really works. And he's probably shaved off a good 5-10 seconds from the normal rider. There is fluidity involved in it. And if you look carefully there, look how his knees absolutely absorb that log. They absorb and then stretch. Now look there, absorb, stretch, and as they're coming in, absorb. That's why it's called a preload. You can see he's it's self-explanatory. Preloading. Whop, and he's over that log.